All right, so to recap last session, you all had managed to fight your way through a campground of things. No one really stopped to examine what they were. Turn Undead seemed to work on quite a few of them. They were able to draw these dark sigils in the air, and in doing so, could draw blood from those that they were targeted from. To make matters worse, on one of the entities, whatever they may be, it was feared, their leader, for lack of a better term, drew the sigil on him and nearly killed both Thand and Elion. Shortly after that, Bairn was brought into combat. When the sigil was drawn on him, it left a pool of shadowy ectoplasm. And then there was another pool of blood from the minion, or whatever you want to refer to it as, that had the sigil drawn on him as well, and harpoons shot from those things and pinned down Thand and I believe someone else, but I don't remember who. Either way, those enemies were dispatched. You had stepped into one tent, and there was a cold, blue, and stiff corpse laying on the ground. And as you entered, tendrils pushed it high into the air and lifted it to a nearly standing position. And to your surprise, Irina, it was your brother Ismark that had looked up back at you as he raised from the floor. Quickly, it threw the tent high in the air, which landed, I believe, only on Treyarch, right? Weren't you the only one that...
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yes, okay.
It landed
So I
on
started
me
setting
too.
it on.
Okay, and Irina, and then it took off. Just into the wild. From there, we looked at two other tents, one of which had entrails, for lack of a better term, and flies buzzing about, although our favored Irina saw them as bees and dandelions and collected quite a few of them.
Should have just burned it, girl.
Should have just burned it. Oh man, my cat fucked up my LED strips, that bitch. Wow. Okay. I guess I get to take all those off. That's a big old rip. The other 10, I think, just had stuff in it. But I don't feel like anybody really looked at that tent for very long. I'd have to go back and watch the video. I don't quite remember. But give me a second. But anyways, that's pretty much what happened. And we find ourselves now departing from the camp, heading to the castle. So, shall we begin?
We shall.
All right. All right, so here we go. Leaving the camp behind you, you travel to the brisk afternoon of the valley. To your right, a large mountain, Mount Sturyanovich, shows crags like wide mouths in the mountainside. Razor-sharp rocks jut out from the rock like bared fangs. To your left, a wall of rock and stone far less daunting than the mountain does all but impede your path. The path ahead of you lay slick and firm underneath your feet. Give me a second. Valkithra, pick a number between 1 and 6.
7. No, I'm just kidding. 3.
Ace
Okay.
dude.
I need you to give me a dexterity save.
Let's see. Yeah. Look, 7. See? Called it.
Give me just 1 second. I gotta bring alchemy up. So you rolled a 7?
Are we in Tillspire?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing Theater of the Mind right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give me just a second here. I mean, I guess we can go to the campaign map if you like. We can do that.
Yeah, I was just making sure it wasn't messed up or anything.
No.
Razor shard rocks on your alchemy?
Razor Shart Rocks.
Yeah, that's what Alm started off with. Razor sharp rocks.
Razor Shart Rocks. Give me just 1 second here. I'm looking for the...
That's actually why I'm rolling dexterity. He saw that somehow while he wasn't in alchemy. He's like, Valkithra, you're fucking up. I'm like, damn it. He got me.
All right, so let me... Okay, fetching everybody.
We going past this path on the bridge, it looks like.
So you're already past that path. Give me just a second here. You would be like right in here.
Okay.
The campsite probably would have been about right here for the sake of not, delaying everything. You guys would have just gone past the gate and then up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said you rolled a 7?
I did, yeah.
Okay. The remnant of cobblestones litter the road, making it rather uneven. Sure-footed as you may be, Valkithra, your foot slides down an awry cobblestone and rolls under your weight. You take
I shot
2
myself.
damage, yeah. And you shart yourself. Some distance later, past turns and curves, the mouth of the valley begins to close and tighten in front of you. Winding like entrails into the belly of the beast, you venture. The walls close in further as you travel, forcing you each into single file. After some time, a rather eccentric sigh, Valkithra lazily hangs her fingers out to touch the sides of the valley. Reaching her fingers outwards to touch the coarse, bumpy walls, small rocks roll down to the ground behind her with a small rattle. She turns her head slightly to the left to see that her hands are well inside of the wall. Valkithra, what do you do? Mind you,
Hands are inside
yes.
the wall.
Mind you, they're not stuck, but as you look around, your hands are inside of the walls on either side.
Do I feel like this is like an illusion kind of feeling, or like?
I mean, yeah, do you
almost
want to
like a
kind of just
water
like
look?
wave your hand at it, or like what do you want to do?
I'll trace like my hand, like my fingertips over it, to see if it like
Okay.
shimmers or waves a little bit.
So at first, as you run your finger down, a small bit of dust kind of cascades beneath it, but it doesn't make any sound, not like it did before when the rocks were falling. And as you do you want to like push into it, or do you want to walk into it? What do you want to do? How do you want to interact with this?
What if I take a really deep breath and blow into it? Do I see any like
Okay.
debris blow back?
It's almost, when you blow into it, it's almost as if it were a mist. It kind of the picture
okay.
breaks a moment and rolls inward, as if you were blowing through smoke before it resettled itself.
So we got some new Counter-Strike 2 smoke going on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll point it out to the rest of the group. Could this be some type of Arcana check, maybe? See if
Sure,
it's
if you'd like to.
an
Yeah.
illusion or something?
Mm-hmm. Don't you take those at advantage?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
If we're in a valley, don't I have like stone sense or something like that?
I mean, yeah, if you want to roll the stone sense, yeah, sure.
I need to Google it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that would really just tell you more about the rock as it stands right now. Valkithra.
Like
It may not
illusion,
actually
though,
be...
right?
Yeah, you guys all pretty much watch as Valkithra blows a literal hole into this valley side.
I got a 15 on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Valkithra is pretty much determined that this is an illusion. However, it remains.
What
I'll,
direction is this facing? Like, is this going
Yeah.
to the castle, or are we?
Yes. So you're kind of, the trail kind of winds, right? So give me a second. Sorry, my lights aren't on my computer. I can't see. So you're about right here.
Yeah.
There's a wall, there's a path that kind of comes up along this side here that pretty much funnels you in. Like this isn't going to come off regardless of what the campaign map shows. You're in a valley, or I guess it's a little more difficult to see, but you're in a valley as you kind of travel through here. So I guess about right here would be where you would notice it, or maybe up here.
It's the right side.
Yeah, either or. It's both. As she's walking by, she just looks and like half of her hand is in one wall, and she looks over to the other side, and half of her hand is in that wall as well.
I think at this point, I'll probably bring up my hand crossbow and just shoot it through and like audibly listen for like how far it goes down, or if it just seems like
Yeah,
it
gotcha.
clicks on the ground.
You gonna give it a little bit of time to see if you can hear it, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just gonna shoot it. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna tell everybody else, "Hey, quiet, don't move." I'm gonna try to listen to it. I'm gonna shoot it through and see if I hear anything. Like maybe
Okay.
it clatters, or maybe even it just hits the ground. If I can hear like a tuft of dirt or something come up.
Okay. Give me just a second. I'm gonna make but I just keep my notes in here. It'll keep me from having to go through. Okay, so you shoot your crossbow,
Yeah, I have a hand crossbow.
and it's I don't want to say immediate, but relatively close. Like if you were to gauge shooting at a target, you would be maybe 10 feet away. It's almost as soon as you hear the snap of the crossbow string do you hear the thud of the bolt against the dirt and rock.
Gotcha. I'll poke my head into it.
Okay. Yeah, so you poke your head into it, and it seems
I'll hold
very...
my breath as I do it.
Okay, perfect. When you stick your head in it, it seems very foggy at first. You can kind of see something past some obscuring mist, but you would have to walk in further.
I'll pull my head out and I'll turn to the rest of the group. We definitely have something that I cannot explain.
Yeah, Elion will turn to Arena or Ishmark and ask them, is this normal mountains that are illusionary?
Well, I don't know if it's an illusion, so to speak. I think maybe partially, but maybe it is just like a heavy, dense fog, like the forest that we traveled through. It
Right,
seems to
but
move
that's a
when I
fucking
breathe into
rock.
it. Well,
He points to
yes.
the very obviously rock edge that you're blowing through, you know?
And you're not wrong, but I don't know if it is fully illusion or if it is some type of gas or something unnatural that we could breathe in that could be harmful.
Right. So Irina, Ishmark? Is this a thing?
I'm not aware of any illusory paths, no. Though I would caution, if the walls can be illusory, we should probably choose our footing very carefully as well.
Right.
Then I say that we potentially walk through. I do not have a torch on me. If somebody wants to light up a torch, it is fairly dark inside.
What if
Sure.
we tie a rope from one another so we can't get lost?
Oh, yes. I like the idea.
We also do a torch.
Okay. So do you want to toss the torch in there, or are you just going to hold it and walk in?
If you're worried about gases, are they flammable, you think, or?
Only one way
Maybe,
to find out.
maybe that is the first way to find out. Maybe we push it in first and see what happens.
Do that.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to toss a torch back off in there.
Yeah, let's do that. Or yeah, lads, that sounds like a good idea. Better a torch than one of us.
We've all seen Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, tell me how you do it, Valkethra.
Oh, this is actually going to be Ismark with his torch.
Okay.
Yeah, sure thing.
Got me in, bro. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, we'll light up a torch. I'll kind of square off to it, not sticking my face directly in the illusory hole, but we'll toss it in first and see what happens.
Okay. So mind you, it's not necessarily a hole, so to speak. Like it's resettled. It shows the wall again.
Okay.
And when you throw it at the wall, so to speak, or the stone, as it were, it punches through just like Valkethra's breath in a roll of smoke before it resettles itself with a few shimmers. And the torch is gone, at least from the viewpoint that you have.
Well, no explosion. I suppose that makes it somewhat safe.
It is a plus. So let us punch the hole back in and stick our faces in for a peek.
Yes, we could try that.
So who's sticking their head in?
I think
I don't
it.
lose my torch, so I'll
Yeah,
totally
I think
stick
at
my
this
face
point
in.
too, we'll start roping each other. Kind of make like a little line, maybe like 3 feet in between each.
Okay. So Ismark, you're going in first?
You lads are full of
Sure.
good ideas today.
I hope y'all didn't want this to be a stealth operation, so yeah, totally.
No.
Okay. You poke your head in, and the same as I described before, there seems to be some form of obscuring mist. Although, as soon as your head breaks the plane of the illusory wall, you can see the glow of the torch. It's roughly somewhere between 7 and 8 feet away, about 2 feet shy of where another wall seems to be. You can look off to your left and right, but you only have visibility for about 12 feet. What would you like to do?
Well, let's make sure we get everybody all tied off here. Are we doing buddy system or just like a full daisy chain?
I think we just do full daisy chain.
Same.
I fuck with it. All right, so who's going to be the anchor point and who's going into the mist?
I say we have, well,
Dan's the
let's do this in
biggest.
character, huh? Fend and Trevok, I think both of you could be our muscle in the back. And I will go with Ismark, since I can see possibly a little bit better in the darkness, even though he has a light.
Okay.
I think that'd be a good idea, as long as there be no dwarf tossing today.
I'm assuming Irina's not going into the mist, or are we using her as a full asset?
I was just gonna be in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll put Irina in front, and then I'll go behind because I can also see rather good in the dark.
Okay.
Who's still beat up? I don't know. We didn't take any sort of rest, did we?
My character sheet says I'm at full health, DM.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're absolutely right, but alchemy is not a.
Alchemy's cucking me right now.
Yeah, it's not.
So
I got
best.
hit,
I
but I'm
didn't-
at full hit points on
I'm
alchemy, too.
gonna take this moment.
It
I
didn't
can
touch
feel the collective sighs and eye rolls already, but hear me out. With the newest update for Tailspire, they have in-house mods for character sheets.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So that is going to be something that I explore. I hate to consistently move you guys from one system to the next. Brett, I know you're an avid fan of Roll20. There's even a link for that. So worst case scenario, we go back to where you guys can just link everything to Roll20. I go back to using an encounter builder from something and keeping my notes on a separate page. So let me kind of mess with that in the coming weeks, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's all good. My HP
fair.
did not move, however, but I've
Yeah.
never had the issue where it's reset.
Okay.
Yeah, mine did not reset this time, so I'm
I
sitting
don't
a
think
little below.
Trevok took any damage though because of my awesome movement placement.
Yeah, you
Mine-
and you sent your little buddy up there.
Yeah, he got riggedy
Mine
wrecked.
reset to full health, and I got hit twice by the tent and something else.
Yeah, mine hasn't been resetting until last session and this session.
Okay.
Everybody's at 1 HP. Go.
No, I got it.
We'll roll with it for now. We'll see what shakes out. If people are gonna die, they're gonna die. It is what it is.
Yeah, fair.
Now we're all actually at 1 HP.
Okay, yeah.
He dies.
So we'll go with that. But give me just a second. But I did want to give you guys that note. Like I said, I do apologize if we switch systems again because we've done it like 4 times already. It feels like.
It's all good.
But this is literally incorporated into the game. So if I can make that work, we'll definitely make that work. Give me just 1 second here. Someone's getting a message.
Who's got the X-Files theme? Do, 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 do. So how about that, guys? We got some disclosed UFOs, or UAPs as they're calling them now.
I was telling my wife about that. She didn't believe me. I was
I
like, dude.
missed all of it because I'm
So,
a
I
hourly
watched it.
slave worker. I mean wage worker.
I was at work and we were working on trucks and I had that shit playing on my phone and my Hispanic boss, he's like 64 dude, was like really into it. He was like, "What?"
So just so I'm clear, then they've confirmed that like aliens are a thing.
They yes, in a way.
Oh
They
shit!
said that they have aircraft and they
Yeah.
have
Non-human
non-human
biologics.
biologics is how they put it.
Oh,
But they would not divulge
shit.
where or who. He actually told AOC at one point that he would tell her privately, but
Yeah, he
not
would
share
over
with
dinner.
Hell yeah, I would tell her anything.
Yeah, it was like the whole thing. There's a couple of questions that they're asking that were specifically like people and locations, and they were like, "We can't say that out here." Like
Yeah,
even
they
on the
couldn't
road, that's
do it in the
not.
public.
While we're moving forward with the campaign, can one of y'all like find the YouTube and send me the link, please? I'd love to watch it.
Yeah.
Surely
Watch
it's
most of it
been
on
linked.
Twitter, actually.
Okay,
sure,
yeah,
on Discord.
yeah, sure. Surely it's linked somewhere we can watch it now. But anyways, to continue forward, so you guys are daisy chaining your way in to grab this this torch.
Yeah. I want to look behind. Who's the closest behind me?
Fander Trevok, probably.
I don't have Excel open, otherwise I could just randomize it. So we'll do it this way. We'll go
My height.
Ismark, Valkithra, you, Irina, Trevok, Thand, in that
That's
order.
Irina in front of me because she doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, okay, you want her in front of you in the mist?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So then, yeah, it would be Irina in front of you, and then probably Trevok behind you. You would be in the mist, I'm assuming. Like you're in the obscure part of it all, so your vision's going to be kind of limited.
Okay. I'll just, I guess, look around then. If I don't see anything, I'll keep walking.
Okay, give me a second. May, what do you need, buddy? For your tablet? I haven't touched it, bud. Oh, check in your switch box. That's the only thing I know where it would be.
I don't have it, bro. It wasn't me,
Yeah,
bro.
sorry, man.
Wasn't me, man.
Yeah, at the top, on the top in the net. Sorry, man. I guess this tablet needs to be
No, you're
charged.
good.
If you would just
Okay.
use the jelly donut.
Yeah, no joke, man. It's like this at my house. Sorry, I digress. This is going to be very frustrating to watch later on. So, okay. So you guys pretty much just kind of tiptoe your way into the fog and grab the torch. Do you wish to do anything else in the fog, or do you want to get back to where you can see clearly?
We didn't just come in here for this damn torch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't daisy chain it for
agree.
nothing.
Okay.
How much, so I'm assuming too is like, we did like a 3-foot interval between us, right? So it's, hold on.
Yeah, you'd have like forearms and forearms or whatever, I guess would be how you would do it. You know what I mean? Like everybody's clasping their forearms. Like you were in band. I know you've seen the, oh, you have rope? Oh, I didn't hear rope.
No, yeah, we did rope.
Okay. Oh. Oh, okay.
I hope.
Yeah, I said rope a couple of times.
Oh, I did not hear rope.
We've tied each other off.
Definitely heard rope. Either we all die or nobody dies.
Okay, gotcha.
So hold on, this. So it's like 18 foot with us all that are going in.
Okay.
Out of what, like it's a 50-foot rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would allow you to say that you made like several passes around your abdomen if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like you could do that each, right? So you took 50 foot of rope, you ran it 3 times around you, gave yourself like 3 or 4 feet, ran it 3 or 4 times around Irina. You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll allow that. That's fine.
So we should have like roughly like 25, 30 feet of like anchor was what I was getting at. We should.
Okay. Yeah, that would be more than enough. So it's only in about 10 feet, and you recognize it.
Yeah. So we have plenty of slack.
Yeah, so it's very obscure in that. It's very difficult to see beyond like 10 to 12 feet, even with your ability to view in darkness. But for all intents and purposes, this really just kind of seems like an illusory wall. You're more than welcome to travel down the wall either side, as there might be something.
Can I make an Arcana check as well?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make one and then tell me what you would like to do.
So yeah, as we're just kind of walking through, I'm gonna whisk my hands around, maybe try to smell this stuff a little bit. Also, are we all holding our breaths? No one said anything about that.
True, it's a good
I
point.
want to take a deep breath, actually, of it, and just kind of ponder this misty mist.
The air is thick and rather cold. Oh, that's a big ass rip. And rather cold. But you don't seem to notice anything out of place. As a matter of fact, this just standing in this kind of reminds you of the early morning fog of this land already.
Yeah. Okay.
But there doesn't seem to be anything kind of...
With a roll like that, would I even assume that this is like an illusionary spell?
I mean, yeah, because you're in it. I mean, the Valkithra pretty much showed you that this wasn't a true blue wall.
Okay.
But it's you know, you don't really gain anything from it other than that. It seems like some sort of sick mind game, so to speak, at this point.
Yeah.
The one thing I will ask is, Mark, you're You're about 2 feet from that wall, man. You gonna touch it?
100%.
Hell no.
100%? Okay.
Definitely. Not going in there, not touching things. Like,
Are
I'm
you...
having trouble seeing already. I'm
Mhm.
probably trying to feel my way through here.
Does my dwarf like have ultravision? Would I be able to see?
So yes and no. It's because these mists are obscuring. It isn't necessarily that it's dark. It's that it's so dense. It's blocking your view. Think of like being underwater.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like a heavy haze, right?
Yeah. Literally an obscuring mist.
I'm gonna have to say no. I think Trevok likes to see where he's going.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I thought we had it set up that Trevok was going to be an anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You staying.
My feet are planted.
Yeah, you're
My little
outside
feet.
the mist.
Okay. So Ismark, you're going to touch that wall.
I just imagine that I would be kind of feeling my way through that place, anyways.
Okay, so you're just going to have hand out and just kind of slowly touch it? Are you going to throw the torch at it? Are you punching the wall? Are you going to give it a quick poke and then recoil your hand? Tell me how you're going to do it.
Probably the soft touch. I'm kind of holding the torch up near it and give it a
Ooh,
touch with my
so
hand.
you're going to put both your hands by the wall?
Okay, listen. See, now the torch has a length of wood. But,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm just making sure you're going to hold both the torch and your hand by this wall.
Okay. Torch to illuminate, and then the hand near it. Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to slowly reach out and touch the wall. Correct?
Said it, bro.
All right.
No reeling it back.
Give me a perception check.
It's pretty bad. That's a 6.
Okay. You run your fingers down this wall that you're having quite a hard time seeing through. You don't really take much note of anything, but you notice there's something running horizontal. So the crack that your finger finds itself in seems something similar to like water erosion from rainfall. And you have a dip within this wall. However, as your fingers begin to run down it, you feel a plop, 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 roughly spaced about an inch apart, and they run horizontal instead of vertical. Would you like to take a closer look?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to get closer. Are you going to stick your face into it, or?
So describe it to me one more time, what I'm feeling.
So the wall that you're looking at currently dips in a little bit from typical erosion in a valley from rainwater, right?
Sure, but they're running like horizontally across.
Yeah,
not vertically.
and they're roughly, say, about a half inch that you can feel, and there's roughly a half inch to 3/4 of an inch between the two. And you can feel roughly 6 to 7 of them as you drag your finger down. And then they stop.
Okay, yeah. I'll bring my light up and I'll come peer in closer.
There's a strange protrusion. But given your current status, where you're standing, the mists are heavy on your eyes, and it's difficult for you to see. You can either try and pull something out of this wall, whatever it may be, or you may call over one of your friends. Or both. You could do both.
I'll certainly relay what I'm feeling to them.
Okay. Anybody want to chime in?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I like to imagine it's the story's been changed by the time it's gotten to me, and he's found
Yeah, they're
peace.
playing a game of telephone. A long, low roll of thunder builds lightly above you before giving way to a loud bang. Dark clouds hang like steam over a heavy boil. The low, bulbous clouds now strangled purple behind the thickening fog. A sporadic tree on the valley side shakes lightly in the wind, and the smell of dense rainfall clings to the air. Do you wish to move forward, or do you wish to stay here? Moving forward, of course, means going back to the path and coming back here later.
The rain clouds look like they're just over us, or like
Like it's moving in over the realm. Like it's probably getting ready to rain its ass off. It's kind of
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And some of these grooves in this wall felt like it was eroded by water. I certainly don't wish to get washed further in.
Yeah. Plus, we don't want to be out in the storm anyways. We should try to find some form of shelter. Let's regroup and maybe mark this one, huh? Strange event number fucking 12. We'll figure it out.
There must be something to this place. It would not be hidden otherwise.
I agree.
okay. So do you guys want to try and lay down a marker, or?
I think since we were on some rugged terrain, maybe we can just build like a pyramid of stone or something like that.
Okay, like a little stone cairn, or however you pronounce it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, yeah.
All right. For the sake of everything that has happened, we'll state that this right here, where the light is where you guys currently are.
Okay.
Just for future note. Don't let me forget.
We'll try to roughly mark that on our map as well.
Okay.
Drop some
Excellent.
fire there, DM.
Oh, that's a good point. Could
maybe mark it with something like that.
Yeah, so what I can do is just take a...
You just miss your bonfires.
Shh. I was going to cast a bonfire in there, but I decided not to.
Yeah, that's a... Actually, you know what? Here, because this should jut out quite a bit, right? We'll just bring that in there. That'll be our stone cairn marker, because that sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks fucking cool.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
nice.
Okay, excellent. All right. So we're making our way back forward then to the castle.
We are fairly near the castle, yes?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were way further away.
We kind of were. It was just it's just the passage of time, so to speak, and it seems like the best one to have like a secret thing. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. Give me a second. Because this is where I had it in mind. There we go.
Okay. So when you had it over there by the castle, I was like, well, I wonder if it would
You're
be another way that led into the depths.
yeah, we're getting ready to do some fast traveling, so to speak, because there's not well, we'll get there. So we're moving forward to the castle.
When we all regrouped and agreed to go back, right?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
So yeah, I guess if no one has objections, the searching
that's what I
party
thought.
got back to the anchors, and is it still about the rain?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that part is definitely still true.
How far are we from the castle?
Right now, not super far. Probably still about an hour and a half's travel, roughly. But if you hurry, you could make it to the castle before the rain starts. With any luck, at least. So is that what we want to do? Do you guys want to try and beeline it?
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yes. I mean, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. Like, do we have anything keeping us here or keeping us from?
We built a marker here, right?
Yeah. That's what that purple stone is. That'll be our marker.
Oh, okay, that's gonna be permanent. Cool.
Yeah. I'll leave that on here just so that way, future reference, if we decide we want to come back and check this out, we can.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we should make a run for it before we get absolutely pissed on.
I'd just be saying, lads, some of you could use a shower.
I bathe regularly, drunken bastard.
Since we got here. I don't think so.
It's been 2 days, you jackwit.
Is that how long it's been?
I think
Yeah.
actually.
It's so this is the anniversary of our session 00, but it has only been like it's only been like 3 or 4 days tops.
God damn. Okay. I thought. Wait. No. Oh, we went back in time.
Sorta.
No, we went forward in time. Or some time is messed up here. Okay.
Time is not
we
linear.
always go forward in time, my friends. That is how it works.
Okay, so we're making a break for it then. We're gonna try and get there before the rain hits.
Y'all wait up. I got little legs.
All right. So the party falls. Are you falling back in single file? Do you want to have somebody like? Do you want to go 2 by 2 and not worry about the walls as seemingly are closing in on you, or?
I mean, how the path here doesn't look like it's too narrow. Is it getting like narrow?
So
one person can only walk comfortably type shit, or
as it stands where you're viewed, yes, it does seem that way, but you've also just figured out that there's some illusory walls on either side of you, at least where you're currently standing. And you couldn't see super far where you were at, but it didn't look like it stopped anytime soon. And from what you could tell inside of there, it didn't look like the walls really closed in.
I don't know, single file, I guess. Unless
Okay.
anyone wants to do a run next to the front. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should do single file since if there be an illusions for the walls, who knows if there's illusions for the floor or the ground.
Actually, very valid. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move.
Mile jogging.
With my 10
Okay.
intelligence.
All right, it was 9. Thank you.
That's right. It's not.
So we saddle up. Everybody moves single file. I'm assuming at a relatively brisk pace. We're not looking to stand around and smell any roses. We're looking to beat the rain, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You travel for roughly hour and a half. A small drizzle begins to fall on you, and in the distance, you can see torchlight and what looks to be a very large gate. Cold wind cuts through your skin like an abrasive cloth. Dull pains run shivers down your spine. The lot of you cower and shudder as it passes. As you approach the gate, you hear a voice yell down, "Speak your name and purpose, traveler."
I'll nudge Trevok forward. They know you.
Hello there. I be Trevok Banebeard. Believe we had an invitation? Question mark.
The man just looks down at
The question mark.
the man looks down at you for a moment, just kind of shakes his head, and he's like, "What did you say?"
He nudges Ishmark and Irina. Go talk to them. You're one of them. You also have an invitation.
I will step forward in front of everybody and see if he notices who I am.
Okay. So he's gonna look at you the same and go, What is your name? What is your purpose?
My name is Irina. I have an invitation from the Lord Strahd. All of us do, to be here for dinner.
Okay. The man he looks down at you and he kind of shakes his head and he looks back at the other person and he kind of waves his hands at him. And the other guy speaks up and he's like, "Speak your name and your purpose, traveler."
Grandma!
With that, give you a second. Sorry, you got
All
me.
right.
You got me. Can everybody move their character? Double check.
Yeah.
I think I gotta fix Irina's. Oh shit. Wrong thing. Play permission, Danny. Okay, everybody should be able to move their people. Fan, can you move yours?
Yes.
Okay. A light voice booms like the thunder amidst the yelling. "They're the Count's guests, you anacutial dimwit. Now open the gate." The hoarseness of his command brings a sudden call of discipline for a few of you. Both Thand and Trevok straighten up at attention as he does so. They hold this only for a moment before relaxing once more. And then the gate above you immediately begins to rise. Do you enter?
I mean,
Yes.
it's why we came here.
Okay.
No, we turn around. We go back home.
Time to go.
Oh no! Oh no! What? What the fuck is happening? What is everybody? Give me a second. Yeah, like it made me put everybody up there. That was not what I wanted to do. I also noticed too that it seems to automatically give me distances that you've moved.
That's cool.
Yeah, do I have... It shows me the distances that you've moved. Who am I missing? Where is everybody?
Oh, I'm still up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just work on Arena. Or I mean,
Okay, I see Valkithra. Okay. Alright. Now we've got everybody, right?
I think so.
Okay. And if you guys want to move yourselves, they might move you through. Okay. And then...
Why you gotta forget me? I'm coming.
Correct.
Okay.
As you all approach, there's a tall, slender, dark-skinned elf awaiting, and it was obvious that he was the one that called out. With wide arms and motioning inside, he looks at each of you. As you approach, he takes the time to greet you all and invites you inside personally. I need everyone to give me a perception check. What was it?
18.
Right.
I got a 1. I was left too far behind.
Oh, man.
12. Also 12.
Okay.
15.
All right. You recognize as he waves you forward and comes to greet you, he stays out of the mist and sprinkling rain. His facial features are bland, but he seems happy to accept you into the castle. You each find it weird that he looks at you individually as you pass, and he says, welcome to the castle. Please come inside.
You
And
said
with
that every
that,
time?
yes, every single time to every person.
I say thank
So
you.
everybody gets an invitation.
Yeah, everyone gets their own personal invitation inside. He steps into this foyer right here. The ornate outer doors of the castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches on iron sconces. 20 feet inside the castle is a second set of doors. Overhead in the vaulted entry foyer, 4 statues of dragons glare down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight. Well, now that you have arrived, please let me show you through some of the castle. We have only a few rules. You are not to be honored during your stay here. It would be in poor taste to open our doors so freely to foreigners, only to have them murder us when we have little concern. He furrows a brow for a moment. Forgive me. My time with foreigners is minor. Perhaps you have better dealings with them, Ismark? Schoslachten dia Spendersen. Give me a second, I'll send you that translation. He speaks with a nearly expressionless gaze, though a small glint of excitement could be seen in his eyes. And then Matt, he was speaking to you.
Yeah, I'm pulling up what you sent me.
Yeah, got you. And you can just answer me back in like verbally so they can hear you.
Yeah. No, I'm a little confused by your message.
Oh, okay, got you.
Oh yeah. So you okay? Okay, my apologies.
You're good.
Yeah, so I'll translate everything that he's saying there. And he's just trying to get us to relinquish our weapons. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said that it wouldn't be a good thing if you let foreigners in and then they attacked, but he wasn't quite sure how to word it, so he asked you in Balok what it would like. How would you say that in their tongue where they could understand? Specifically, he asked you, how do you tell them when my guard is down?
Yeah, so I'll just relay. He seems to be worried that we will turn on them when their guard is down. I mean, I would happily translate, but I'm not sure I get exactly what you're going.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. He was just saying like he didn't know what his guard being down meant. Was pretty much it. But with that, he'll lead everybody in through these double doors, and he'll point to. Give me a second. That is the wrong one. He'll point to this guard here on the left. and he'll say, hand him your weapons. You may no longer keep your arms beyond this point.
Elion hands him his hammer.
Okay. So as you go to hand him your weapon, he holds his hands out and he points at a box that's next to him on the ground. It's like a crate, basically, with no lid.
You, got like a tag or something you're gonna put on this? I don't want my hammer getting mixed up with anyone else's.
Rahadin just turns and looks to you and he says, do not worry. You are only guest on... you are only guest coming for a few days. I promise your hammer will not get mixed.
Right. Comforting.
We have your word that our items will remain unmolested, untampered with?
Of course, Ismark the Lesser. Come now, do not put these thoughts in your friend's ears. You are here as a guest to the Count. Of course, we shall extend every olive branch.
Okay. I guess I'll take off my sword belt.
Okay, so there is one guard sits down with a charcoal pencil and a pad, and the other begins just reciting off to him what's been dropped. Siere doi urhammer. At that point, Rahadin's gonna just kind of usher everybody else in. Come inside before the rain. Is everybody inside it? So there's still got a bunch of tokens outside. I wasn't sure what everybody's doing.
Trevok relinquishes his weapon.
Okay. A man reads out, Siere Femnier. Ismark, you're already inside, right? So that's Siere Doi. Valkithra.
Let me see, sorry.
Oh, you're good. I can lighten it up a little bit. Can't lighten it too much, but how's that? Oh, hold on, right here. Better?
Oh, that looks
That's
way
better.
better.
Oh my god,
That's better.
so much better. I can
All
going now.
right, cool.
Details.
I don't know if that cause it is kind of daylight-ish, but we're inside for the sake of it all. It's the early evening and not as bright.
Okay.
I can still imagine that it's dark.
For sure.
I imagine the dark, creepy vibes.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's surrendering their things?
Yep.
Okay. Thand, Irina, you're doing that as well?
Yep.
Yes.
The only thing that Valkithra has as a weapon is the hand crossbow and some bolts.
Okay.
Obviously, her wizard staff comes with her.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare deprive a man of his walking stick. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionly on the rim of the dome ceiling. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east, and to the north a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors. With that, Rahadin motions you all to follow. Come, this way. I shall show you to your rooms, and then perhaps, after you have time to freshen up, a meal. Although I regretfully inform you that both, or shall I say, the trio of the Count, Anastasia, and Ludmila were all in Valakai. However, I have sent word of your arrival, and they should be returning on the morrow. I hope that is no problem.
Is this all free?
Free, you say, friend?
Yep.
Why, yes, this shall come at no cost to you, as you are our guest. It would be rude to charge you now, would it not?
Not sure.
Very well. Perhaps there is much you could learn in the way of Barovian etiquette. I am surprised your friends have not taught you such already. But perhaps that etiquette does not fare well in the village.
Right.
With that, he's gonna, oh shit, walk everybody over here. I'm not gonna make everybody climb these steps individually, so what we'll do, once everybody gets in here, I'm gonna read some stuff, and then I'll ask all of you to shift click your characters. Kaylee, if you'll do yours, I'll pull Ismark. Okay. Give me just 1 second, let me find out. Rahadan gestures each of you to follow along, leading you with shoulders back and hands lightly clasped about his forearms, which rest bent at the elbows behind his back. The dark-skinned elf is eccentric in his mannerisms, holding a pompous gait. He leads down the right corridor and begins to point at closed doors as they pass, and gives brief mentions of what's inside. So as you walk past, he points to these doors over here and he says, "This shall be our dining hall for the evening. Tell me, what is it that you like to eat, so that they may prepare for our formal dinner tomorrow?" Speaking to Elion, of course, as he seems to be the first, or should I say next in line.
What is a, Oh, hold on. I have something. I want the hamchi.
Excuse me, sir, did you say hemchi?
Yeah, sure. That.
What is a hemchi?
I don't fucking know. Some, what is his name? He's one of those Vistani people. He told me that the Count had good ham cheese.
Good ham
Said
cheese.
it's the best. I don't know.
I will speak to the cook. Perhaps we could make you ham cheese.
Like
Right.
ham and cheese?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't remember the ham cheese.
That was his name, Barudamir.
Ah, yes, Baru Jarmir. He is, well, he is a character.
Yeah. Quite. If not that, a steak will do.
Very well. Perhaps we shall... Oh, what's going on?
No, I'm sorry. I felt like he's ordering out the kid menu over here.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking ham and cheese.
Perhaps we shall see if we have any fresh game.
We were leaving their camp, he stomped us, made a whole deal about the ham cheese being the best in the fucking all the lands, and that demanding we ask the Count for one. I wrote that shit down.
Torchlight flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending in a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, a large double door hangs slightly open, and a steady bright light escapes through the opening. Before long, the corridor comes to an end, leading only to a large spiral staircase. Without hesitation, Rahadin ascends. The walls of the tight staircase are of rough stone. A sconce adorns every quarter turn. I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
4.
10.
Ooh, there's Valkithra with a 20. Alright.
17.
The sconces.
Something this campaign.
So you recognize something slightly out of place. The sconces are all new. The raw iron has hardly had time to oxidize. And faint glints of light reflect off its unpolished surface as you pass. On top of that, there is a strange outline of stones by one of the sconces. While not completely straight, a small draft wafts a whistling tune through its cracks. Upon the floor, you notice an area that looks cleaner than the rest, as if recently swept for your survival, or for your arrival. Freudian slip there. You each climb for what feels like an hour. Your legs begin to tire from the ascent. The burning in your thighs bring forth an immodest sweat at your brow line. The urge to ask for a break nearly crosses your lips before you see the first opening of the stairwell. Rahadin continues past, though it isn't long before a second opening comes about. He then turns on a heel and leads you out of the stairs. He guides you down a snaking pathway, cutting left and then right before heading down a long corridor. So with that, I need everyone to go ahead and shift click. We're going to move up a couple floors.
I'm good.
Okay. Give me 1 second, because this map is very much like oh man, very much like the, what you call it? You know what I'm talking about.
Mad Mary's.
No, very much like the Durst Manor.
That's actually what I meant.
Oh yeah.
I was just messing around though.
All right,
I don't
give me a
believe
sec.
you.
Mad Mary's was 2-story, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was the joke.
Mm-mm.
Did I fucking bring you guys up the wrong staircase? What the fuck is happening here?
Strahd comes to us.
All right, everybody's got their character, right?
Yep.
All right,
Take this castle, baby.
give me a second. All right, that should have put, and it did not, motherfucker. That's a big old rip. Hang on. Oh yeah, this is gonna suck. All right, hang on. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Let me get everybody in to this corridor as best as I can here before I just start cranking the green lock up. We might have to get a little crazy with our WAS and D keys. Okay. Is this the floor right here? It is. Okay, excellent. All right, everybody bear with me here. Oh man, oh no. Where did everybody go?
Rip.
All right, I see Irina. Where's everybody else?
What you had everybody continue to
some of
go
us are
up
right
past
here.
where I am.
Okay.
They're like high up.
Give me a second, let me. Okay, all right, I see.
But I'm in the right spot.
Sure. Give me a second. Let me.
What the fuck is this
So complicated.
staircase?
Yeah, I know, dude. It's
Who
so
built
insane.
this?
Somebody with entirely too much time.
Yeah, this is.
Brett, I thought you built this.
No.
Dude, okay, yeah. We came up too high, so I need everybody to come down. Oh, shit. Everybody went up. Need everybody to
Did it go up?
go down.
Can't believe they didn't label the floors, dude. What a bunch of mugs.
I'm still up.
All right, give me a second. Oh,
Oh, I found it. I think.
Who's in the right spot? I can shift click to them.
I'm getting ready. Everybody's grouped up together in the right spot.
Here.
Oh, there we go.
And yes, Thin is in the right spot. Pretty sure.
Trayvon is still missing.
Okay. So is Irina. Okay, she's in the right spot. Now I just gotta find Trayvon.
Trayvon's here with us, but oh no, it's
There's another dude.
is that his ghost token dude?
No.
Oh, that's a guy in the library.
Yeah.
We're gonna,
We'll get to that.
lost in here.
Oh yeah, just wait until like all of the hostile things start.
Let's wait until holes start opening up around us.
Exactly. Bro, I don't see Trayvon anywhere. Do you guys?
Back.
He's in the middle. I see him.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, I'm coming back down. Okay.
All right, now we're gonna play sardines, and Om has to find us.
No shit. So as you walk by, there is a man sitting at a desk looking over ledgers and counting loose coins. He barely looks up at you, but he peers over a pair of thick glasses that weigh heavy on his nose. And Rahadin looks at him with a small nod and he says, Leif, good day. These are the Count's guests. And the man just kind of nods and ushers you on in audibly counting 7,645, 7,646, 7,647. And with that, we continue on. And here is a strange throne room. I swear I'm on the wrong fucking floor, dude. How the hell? There's not a door. It gets okay, whatever. There is a door here. That's right. I remember now. There's a door here, but he did a really shit job at it. Give me a second. So he shows you through this room really quick. He kind of points. He says, "This is the Count's audience room. Perhaps you should meet him here one day, though it is for people that are not invited guests." Kind of ushers you through. And here I had to take you by one because they did such a shit job building this. Okay. And he quickly turns and opens the door. There are 5 beds inside. Give me 1 second. Come now. A room for 5 of you is just up here. He leads them through a small common room filled with 5 beds. They are just larger than twin, with plush pillows and green blankets and white sheets. I do hope the bedding is good to you. Madame Valenta ordered the set after a brief stay in Valakai. It has just arrived. I had Escher bathe it and make the linens like a soldier. He looks each of you over a moment. A glare of apprehension looks over his gaze. Slowly he turns to each of you, his shoulders square. His eyes dart towards the door a moment. Oh, mind you, hang on. Everyone should be inside the room as I read this. Does anyone turn their gaze away from him and look at where he's looking, or do you stay looking at him?
Yes. Elion looks where he's looking.
Okay.
I think Trevok probably would too. He'd probably take a look and see what he's looking at.
Okay.
Same.
Give me a perception check.
Big bucks, no whammies. Oh, I whammied.
Nice. Valkithor didn't.
Trevok's just so hungry he can't
Neither
see
did
straight.
Elion. I need one more. Well, I need one from everybody, but we need one more success. Otherwise, it'll be private.
I got a 19.
Okay. Sand?
Thank you.
Okay. He seems to lock eyes with something for a moment. Though as you all look, you don't see anything there until it turns and walks away. And a faint shadow could be seen. Think of like Predator in a cloaking device. As he turns, the wall, it obscures a little and then moves off away out of the doorway. As you all turn back, with an expressionless face, he reaches behind his back. The audible pop of a button and the dragging of metal against leather could be heard easily throughout the room. Slowly his arm returns. You each watch as his coat sleeves end and it leads to his wrist. Antagonizingly, the first knuckle of his thumbs appears. Quickly, he pops a hand out in front of you, palm up, with a metal coin laying in the middle. With an overly excited grin, he leans to his right and tosses the coin with a small bit of fervor, only for it to bounce once, flip mid-air, and land once again on its side. See? Find the bed to make. Come, I shall have them served you as the food. Please leave your belongings here. Take a moment to freshen up if you like. Is there more? Oh?
Where's the washroom? If I may be presented the time to do so.
So he doesn't tell you anything. He raises his left hand and gives two audible snaps. You hear the quick, not necessarily tumbling or stomping, but you hear the quick patter of feet coming down. Oh man, not having my lights out. Coming down the stairwell here. You can hear them turn quickly, and it's a small woman with a bonnet over her head that covers most of her face. And she brings you a pot that she's been sloshing. It's obviously filled with water. You could hear it kind of patter against the stone floor as she approached. She sets it down at your feet, along with 5 cloths, like 5 rags essentially, and then she stands up, turns on her heels, and rushes out of the door.
Okay.
Rahadan gives you a wide grin and a small nod as he watches her leave.
So, a little more private than here, or?
Yes. We can hang you a sheet if you like. Though for now, this will have to do. I must admit, it is not often we house so many. Typically, it is family. Yeah.
Big family.
He looks to each of you. You are all family?
No.
Do I look like I'm related to these pointy ears?
He looks down at Trevok a moment with a wry grin. This is new, but I reckon I have seen many that look akin to you.
You seen many that look like me?
Da, foreigner. I have seen many that strike me just as you do. Now, if it pleases you, I will wait outside and you may prepare. Is there more that you need? Night clothes? A pot for the hardunkachud? I can have the servants wash your clothes if you wish.
I'll take some night clothes if those are a thing, yes, and that sheet hanging business for the, and he kicks the bucket a little.
Very well. Excuse me one moment. And with that, he walks off, he closes the door behind him, and you can hear him ascend the steps. And he's gone for a short while now. If you all wish to take a moment to speak to each other.
Is it typical to just bathe in front of others in your culture? Oh, you want to ask Ishmark or Irina?
Usually not with boys and girls in one, but there are places that have just one big area to bathe.
Interesting.
Okay. Is that the only discussion you guys wish to have?
Don't notice that thing, the shadow, when he was staring at the door.
No, what?
I
didn't
noticed
notice
it.
anything.
Just for a second.
What did it look like?
A person? I don't know.
There are 5 beds, right?
Yeah, there are only 5, but there are 6 of you.
There are 6 of us.
Yep. Okay. He'll address that in a moment whenever he comes back. What is it?
It's only 5 beds.
All right. You hear the pattering of feet, not just of one person, but of a few, at least 3 or 4, coming down the way here. There's a knock on the door. Does anyone wish to answer?
Whoever's closest, I would imagine. If not, Elion.
Okay. Who is closest to the door? That would be... Yeah, that'd pretty much be Elion or Valkithra or Thand.
We're all kind of huddled still, I see.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll open it.
Sure. Outside is Rahabin and one servant that you can see. It's a different woman now. She has red hair, like orange red hair, and she seems to be carrying a large folded sheet, a chamber pot, and several sets of clothes. She just kind of has them all stacked on top of one another. Rahadan, obviously not carrying anything, steps off to the side and motions her in. And she begins to hang a curtain off of one of the sconces. So she'll pull, there's not a torch in here, but
Yeah, Elion will help since he was the one that asked.
Right. So there'll be like torch here.
I'll be honest.
there.
I thought whenever he snapped his fingers that Elyon wasn't going to feel like he needed to go to the bathroom anymore.
That would have been cool, right?
I don't
And
need
I-
to go to
and
the
I was gonna
bathroom, I'm
say-
washing myself.
Well, originally you said, like, where do we need to go? So I assumed bathroom. But I was going to say we need to bring this dude anywhere that Trevok goes.
Yeah, that would be smart. Can't shit yourself if this man can magic.
Yeah, no joke. We're just gonna take him prisoner.
Magically make your food go away.
So as she enters in and she'll pull the torch out of the sconce, stuff a part of the sheet in, and then stuff the torch back down to kind of hold it out, and then she'll stretch it over the bedpost here to kind of give you a curtain. It won't necessarily protect you all the way. Your knees and shins would be visible, but the rest of you'll have like a little canopy for, to bathe in as you see fit. Rahadin steps back in. He speaks, Madam Marina, I have special arrangements for you. A private room with a bath, a larger bed, a common room, an armoire of clothes, including proper schmoznia, and night clothes made of silk. Tomorrow, you will be fitted for clothes. He turns his head to Trevok. And you, sir, you will
use some new pants.
You will be fitted for clothes on the behest of Madame Anastasia. It will take some time, but who are we to tell her no? I will await you at the end of the hallway when you are ready, and we shall descend back to the first floor, where I will gather your orders, and we shall prepare our dinner. Please.
I just kind of bow my head but look at Ismark kind of in a little panic of going by myself and being alone.
Yeah, Ismark definitely has like a furrowed brow, and he doesn't look happy about this.
Give me a second.
Catching some of these vibes being thrown around. Elion asked Irina, do you want to be, in the special accommodation room, or would you rather be here?
I would.
Of course she would rather be in the nicer room. Why wouldn't she be? Silk sheets? More space? A private bath?
For being honest, I'm just trying to snag that for myself.
Well, I admire your ambition, foreigner. You must understand. This is by order of the Count.
And this room is for her to do with as she pleases, yes?
As long as it does not include you, foreigner, or as long as it does not include you, Ismark, you must excuse me. Your time with the foreigners leads me to question your Borovian nationality.
All 3 days.
You would not be the first.
Wouldn't that make her the same then?
Perhaps. So, I do not believe the Count has a rather
Works.
romantic eye for Ismark the Lesser.
You just,
Well, in that case, is Anastasia about? Because then we have Trevok that could go.
As I stated before, foreigner, she, the Count, and Madame Ludmilla should be returning on the morrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes. They, if you must know, went to Valakai to meet with the Baron. Baron Vargas von Velkovich. It may impress you as such to know that they are preparing for a celebration, as he often does. I am sure the Count will tell you all about it. Now, is there more for talking? Or shall I leave you to it so that you may prepare yourself for dinner?
That is all my questions for now. Thank you.
And to you, miss, as you seem to often speak. And with that, he turns and looks at Valkithra.
Sure.
Very well. I shall await you in the audience hall. It would be rude of me to stand by and listen idly. Please, do come seek me when you are prepared. I shall go and send word to the kitchen and have them wrestle you up some dinner. Ham cheese, you said, friend?
Hey, if that's not a thing, my friend, I'll take something a little bit better, but I was kind of sold on this as a meal. I have no idea what it even is.
Very well, friend. I shall speak with them and see what they can prepare. At worst, it will be what we serve you for dinner tomorrow. However, it is often in our duty to entertain that we offer each of you what it is you wish. So ham cheese for our dear friend. And he looks at Trevok. And what of you? What do you desire?
I don't know. What do dwarves normally eat? Like meat and ale?
Dude, I imagine them to be like tiny Vikings, bro, where they're just like guzzling turkey legs.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if you got any, well, I don't want to say foul because then they'll think like a foul creature instead of like a bird.
I mean, you could try it.
If you got any big birds that be fit for consumption,
A big bird, you say?
yeah.
And you can eat it. Never mind. It would be impolite to assume. A big bird we will make for you.
A bird, you take all the feathers off, and then you put it over a fire and slow.
It is fine, sir. We know how to prepare bird here.
And do you got any ale? If that be too much to ask.
We will fetch some from the nearest inn. Do not worry. My Lady Arena, what may we prepare for you?
I trust the Count has the best selection for me to try.
He will be flattered that you will trust his taste.
I'm glad that he interrupted Trevok because Trevok was about to go full Chef Ramsay.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one. I just want you to know.
I bet.
And what of you, Ismark? Forgive me for referring to as your peers, as it were, refer to you. It is rude of me to address a guest as such.
Do you have A rack of lamb. It has been many years since I have had a fine meal.
Ah, yes. I am certain we can make you a rack of lamb.
Rare, please.
Rare. Very well. Do you wish for it bleeding still, or perhaps a little cooked?
Little cooked, yes, but I trust the chef's judgment.
Very well, my guest. And you, sir, I am not familiar with your name. You there, with the strange leather armor. What is it that you wish for dinner?
A true Barovian feast.
A true Barovian feast. He looks to Ismark with a wry grin. Have you spoken to him of our cuisine?
Very little.
He turns his attention back to Than. My friend, I must tell you, it is an acquired taste. I would hate for the cooks to prepare you such a meal only for you to dislike it. As it would seem our friend here has not completely taught you the proper ways of etiquette. It would be rude of you to refuse, or rather not finish your meal as we have prepared it. Why, I've seen improper cooks be punished, as it is proper etiquette to show our guests what happens when expectations are not met. Is this what you wish?
In that case, I'll just take a whole roast chicken.
Ah, yes, a roast chicken. Do you like it prepared a certain way? Rosemary? Garlic?
Man, that's perfect.
Okay.
Man, in my head, I wanted to like request tons of garlic on my lamb, but then I'm like, ooh, we're gonna piss somebody off asking for
We'll get to that. We'll get there. I'll have fun with that too. I've already got some ideas. He turns to Valkithra. And what of you, miss?
I'll have the same as Thand, actually. It sounds quite appetizing.
Valkithra, what languages do you speak?
Let me check.
I can't remember if the Shadowvar has their own. That's the reason why I asked.
No, it's just Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant from Rogue.
Okay. All right. Then with that, he just nods at you and says, very well. I shall put the order in. And for tomorrow, I shall see that you all dine as royalty. For now, please, prepare yourself. Take your leisure. Seek comfort out of the rain and the cold. And when you are ready, we shall go down and feast.
I stepped off for a second, but I came back to you telling Than that like it was like rude to not eat your meal. What was that about? Was that the hammy thing?
He basically stated that if you got your meal and didn't like it and didn't eat all of it, that something bad would happen to the person that prepared it. And that's based on Barovian customs.
Okay.
It seems fitting, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, and then for now, he's basically just, you guys are left alone. The woman that was with him is left. There's a sheet hung for you all to bathe in. You're pretty much in here. I don't necessarily want to say locked in this room, but you are alone and the door is closed.
Yeah, Ellen's gonna take the opportunity to bathe himself behind the curtain.
Okay.
Was I being let out?
Not currently, no. He's going to show you to your room later.
Okay.
Or actually, man, I hate it because he would have shown you out and shown you over, but
Makes sense.
yeah, just leaving her there to bathe everybody wouldn't make any sense. But if I were to do that, it would derail the rest of the session. So for right now, we'll just say that he left her in there with everyone. So yeah, as it stands right now, you guys are all just in here right now. So you're free to communicate amongst yourselves. If you don't have anything that you guys want to say, you could just tell me this is what I'm doing, and then we can head downstairs to wrap up the session, or we can continue and role play here. It's your call.
I'm just gonna sit on the bed,
Okay.
kind of examine the doll that I found, and maybe see if I can stitch it up later.
Okay. Ismark, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm kind of looking around the walls. Are there any like portraits that look like maybe the eyes or have little pinpricks where you could spy through, or
Give me a perception check.
insert cliche horror themes here?
Mhm.
11.
Not that you notice. There doesn't seem. I mean, there's one or two like macrames on the wall and some embroideries, but there's nothing that would lead you to think that there's anything that someone could peer through. The stones look to be pretty fine masonry. There's not a lot of gaps. They're almost like too perfect for stone. But that's really all that you recognize.
Okay.
Thand.
I'll take a look around the room, I guess. And see if I notice anything. Fuck it, why not? Ultimate
Okay.
smooth brain.
Ultimate smooth brain.
$14.
Okay. How many uses of your divine sense do you have left currently before you rest? I think you have like all of them, right? Because y'all rested right before the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You're more than welcome to use that if you like.
Why not?
Okay. So as usual, every time you've tried to use any sort of faith to guide your intuition here, it becomes overwhelming almost immediately. However, a few days here, you've begun to hone that chaos into something. You're not certain as to what yet, but something is leading you to underneath this bed right here. Do you wish to go and look?
I do. I don't want to have a feeling of what. Oh, I disappeared. Oh.
Oh, you're good. You just got to move your green up. But I got you.
Okay. I'll look under the bed and see what's going on. I almost feel like I have a feeling of what it is, but
Oh. What does your divine sense tell you that it is, Thand?
Is it shiny?
is it long and shaped like a sword?
It's not.
Oh, okay, then I have no idea what the hell it is.
There's a piece of folded parchment. Would you like to grab it?
Yes.
You open it up and begin to read. And it has a series of sweet nothings, and it's obviously a romantic letter. But it's signed Love G. And it's addressed to the Count.
I mean, I'll just hold it up and show it to everyone.
Okay. And then that would be public knowledge. So it's some kind of sappy love letter. It has very nice handwriting, very effeminate handwriting. And it specifically states Love G at the bottom.
Possibly Gertruda.
I should also state that as you're looking at it, it's the majority of a G. The pen looks like it might have been stopped like mid curve at the bottom. Mind you, it's a large like cursive G. So does anybody want to take a look or speculate anything?
Oh, I said that it's possibly Gertruda.
Okay. Does he say that out loud in character?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, did we not find out that she was in love with Strahd as well?
Mm-hmm. You sure did.
That is the only G that comes to mind for me.
All right. Trevok, what are you doing in the midst of all this, man? I think you're our last one.
I don't think there's anything for him to do, really, is there?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so they brought in essentially pajamas. They referred to them as night clothes.
Right.
There's a pot of water with a cloth for each of you to bathe. There's a hung sheet and a chamber pot.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. When's the last time
Trevok 8 would have been this morning.
camp
Yeah.
before we left?
Yeah. The only person that hasn't eaten today is Elion.
I might have to take that chamber pot into the corner.
All right. All right.
I'm just staying in character, Ian.
Yeah, you're good, man. So
The dude's probably got to take a shit at this point. Use the water and rags to wash himself up before.
all right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
I want you to high or low.
I'm going high.
Oh yeah.
I think I need to go to my chambers before he does this.
Okay. So,
Stay where you're at.
so Irina's gonna excuse herself.
All right.
You guys can hear a series of grunts, or Irina, you hear a series of grunts as he closes the door.
Oh, no.
yeah,
As soon as he starts messing with that chamber pot.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody,
I was going to say,
I'm not
have
staying
you ever
here.
sat on
I
a
hate-
bonfire?
everybody's leaving. All
We
right.
ain't leaving. We're kicking him out.
Yeah. I was like,
Oh,
no, I'm
Okay.
not leaving.
Would
he
it
can,
be
he can chamber
inappropriate-
pot
hold on.
himself outside the room.
Yeah.
Let me ask in character, like, hey lads, would it be inappropriate for me to take the chamber pot into the hallway?
That's
No.
where you will be using that. Yes, that's the custom, I believe.
Yes, I agree. Maybe even upstairs, go explore, go find another room or a linen closet.
Just imagine Trayvon wandering the castle with a chamber trying to find a place to shit. Oh goodness, that's fantastic.
All right, that works. So you can walk around carrying that chamber pot.
All
So
right, that's what I'm doing then.
we'll
I'm
have
looking
you
for a
stand
place to drop
outside
a deuce.
and shove you in here.
I need some privacy.
Okay. I'm gonna make you roll con saves for every action that we do that you don't take a shit. Make sure you don't shit your pants.
Okay. Hey, I'm about to get some new tailored clothes. I don't care what happens to these human bell bottoms.
Those will come with strings. Don't you worry.
Did the
Alright.
guy leading me away witness him carrying the chamber pot away?
No one's leading you away.
I am leaving the room because I'm not going to sit while
Okay.
he's doing this.
Well, he's outside in the hallway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we kicked him out.
Yeah. It was a collective group effort to say you're not pooping in here.
Yeah. He's looking for the room of requirement, guys.
As he's
Okay.
leaving, Elion will make a slightly backhanded comment of like, typical dwarves. Of course, they shit where they sleep.
Better than being an elf and pretending like I don't shit at all.
Good.
Yeah, that was really good, actually.
A full elf.
Okay.
Except he wouldn't have said elf, he would have said pointy ears, but yeah.
All right, so everybody's wrapped up everything but Trayvon?
Yeah.
Okay. I have an idea. This is going to be great for everyone, including me. All right, so everyone makes their way to the audience hall then, as that's where Rahadan said to meet up. He notices Trayvon carrying the chamber pot. And he has a strange look of confusion. What do you have there?
Please don't misunderstand. I mean no disrespect, but I really, really need to use this bucket. Do you know where I might be able to find some privacy?
Yes, friend, come. And with that, he leads you back in through the oh god. He leads you back into the accountant's office. And he says, "Here, by the fire." And like points right over here in the open. We shall give you some privacy. Come, you may meet us downstairs. And with that, everyone else leaves, but the accountant is still counting. He's like,
What? No.
8,327, 8,328, 8,329.
Greybuck just gives a very apologetic look as he makes his way over to where they pointed out he could use the chamber pot.
All right. And so with that, everybody's going to be led back downstairs.
Elion, as they go through the door and leaving him there and the accountant's still counting audibly. So it's, how do I phrase this? Custom to just use the bathroom in a room, huh?
It is often meant for your bed chamber, though if he does not wish to relieve himself there, this shall do. It does not hurt.
I thought that the whole bedchamber was more of like a accident at night type situation and not your just run-of-the-mill, all day, everyday use.
We have the servants come by and empty the pots as necessary. It keeps the stench down. However, this seems a proper way to remind the treasurer not to short my payments again.
I knew it.
That makes much more sense. Yes, all right.
So we're just gonna go back to Theater of the Mind, so I don't have to, because we're getting close to wrapping up. I don't want to have to try and bring everybody back down this crazy ass stairway for reasons. As we all know, this is a gargantuan map. He leads you back downstairs, cutting to a large set of double doors across the hallway. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate the magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. Come, have a seat. I will have them prepare a dish. And he motions broadly at the table in front of you. Please be comfort. And he kind of stands back and he waits for you all to be seated before speaking again. Do you all take a seat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
By this time, you hear the small, heavy pitter-patter of Traylock's feet. Thump, 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 down the stairs as he comes through and takes his seat as well. I do beg your pardon. They have just finished the dinner for the Keep Garda. I am new certain what it will be. I will make sure it is good. Adieu. And he gives a small bow and walks out of the double doors and closes them behind him. With that, he takes his leave and leaves the party alone. You look at each other. Where do you begin?
I'm fucking starving.
Everyone else?
Pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how'd that
I'll-
go?
We'll gracefully sit.
Okay. So he returns with a series of like servants. They file in. There's 6 of them, each of them carrying utensils rolled in a napkin, as well as pheasant with corn on the cob and Brussels sprouts. And he sets it. They each kind of take turns. Like think of like something from Dr. Seuss, where they're kind of all like turning, and it's very magnificent. It's very showy and very formal that they set all of this down.
I will say that Valkithra would take a seat next to Irina
Okay.
and try to mimic her formalities.
Okay. Would you do so smarmily or sincerely?
Sincerely, but also not trying to draw attention to myself. Almost like a
Gotcha.
shadow. Like as she does something, I slowly start to do that.
Okay. I'm assuming everyone eats.
So just pheasant?
Yes.
Pheasant, corn on a cob, and Brussels sprouts. At least to the naked eye.
Do I notice that she's copying me?
Give me a perception check.
But, so, is there a way to make sure? Oh, let me do this in character. Is there a way to make sure that this is actually real food and not what some of us may have eaten last time?
I believe it to be safe this time.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you bite into it, and it takes you back, Irina. It takes you back to about a year ago, during the Winter Holiday Festival. Your father had managed to find a quail on a hunt that he had taken Ismark on for sport. And he brought it back and prepared it just for you. It brings forth a longing sadness to not only find yourself in such a dismal position currently, but it is a heavy reminder of what you've lost already along the way.
I will have a tear rolling down my cheek. But I'm assuming with that roll too, I noticed Valkithra mimicking me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to not draw too much attention to either of us, but I'm gonna kind of show her and kind of give her tips as
Okay.
we're doing it.
So you guys are going to take a little bit of time to kind of teach them the etiquette, the proper ways?
Not out loud and obvious, but kind of like if they hand us a salad, I kind of motion to which fork to use kind of thing, or
Okay.
how to hold it without.
Got you. So just as you guys are eating, like you're like kind of like slowly correcting her, but not like out in the open or very
I
directly.
want to help her, but not embarrass her, kind of thing.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, of course. Ismark, I'm assuming you would be doing the same?
Yeah, they've already called me out for not showing them our ways, so I'm not even going to be as discreet at this point.
Okay.
That's exactly what Valkithra was going for, though.
I'll give you a moment, Ismark, if you would like to come up with some kind of customary Barovian etiquette, something that's not necessarily, keeping your back straight and not putting your elbows on the table. Like if you can think of some sort of obscure etiquette that might have been taught, I'm more than willing to make it canon.
Oh shit! Give me a minute.
Yeah, you can think about it actually, because we're about at the end of the session here, and we can go from there. But we can always retcon if necessary, if you need a little bit of time to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give me some time, I'll like till next session. I'll definitely come up
Sure.
with quirky things.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good. So I'll have you make notes. It doesn't have to be anything overly
Yeah. Just
exaggerated. Yeah. It gives a little blurb of what it would be. And Kaylee, the same for you. If you get bored, feel free to, cover some of the things that you would have covered in etiquette, so that way they know.
Okay, I definitely would try to make it more geared to, like, being a proper lady and stuff for her.
For sure.
It's going to be different etiquette.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, like if you get bored or whatever, just type us up like a short blurb, couple sentences, just some stuff to think about. And then I'll look to incorporate it into our next session. But unless anybody has anything else they want to do, you would finish eating, Hadim would return, and then would show the five of you back up to the room and Irina to her special place. So is there anything else anyone wants to do, or are we good here?
No, I think we're
I
good.
think we're good.
Yeah, assuming like people are like getting in the bed and stuff, Elion would lay in bed, but he would pray.
Okay.
Normal Helm ritual stuff,
High or low?
Whoa.
You recite your prayers fervently. However, strangely enough, you feel empty inside. They don't seem to bring you the same comfort. And that could be for many reasons, including the fact that you're somewhere that maybe you don't quite trust yourself as being safe. And perhaps the circumstance has led you to subconsciously question whether or not you would be safe, given that you're in the face of danger right now. Or at least you presume yourself to be.
Elion's not gonna sleep for 2 hours.
Okay. So
We're getting an 8-hour rest here.
yeah, you can rest. You'll wake up physically well rested. Everything's ready to go. Your spell slots will not renew.
Okay, never mind then.
Thand,
Yes.
are you resting? Or should I say, are you praying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
Okay. High or low?
Low.
As you speak your prayers alongside your brother, you can't help but feel a warmth and comfort in your shared words. It seems, for lack of a better term, that a warm blanket on a cold evening, is wrapped around you, and you sleep rather peacefully, and all of your spell slots are returned.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And with that, we will call it here. He'll basically, Rahadan will come back in. He'll look at you all and say, yes, perfect. So everything was up to your standards, foreigners. And he'll kind of just, he'll look at each of you individually.
Excellent.
Very well. Good. We will save the punishment for the morrow if it is due. Though the Count, he likes this cook. This one is good. Come now, I shall show you. And then he'll take you up. You guys can start your prayers. He'll take you to your room first. And then we'll leave with Irina after everyone is settled and in their room. Irina and Ismark, is there anything that you guys want to do before the night? Do you hug each other or exchange glances? Do you be weird and kiss? Like, what's the deal?
I will hug him and kind of, as we break apart, kind of squeeze his hand as I walk away.
Okay. All right. Well, that, I think, wraps our session.
Yeah, I think is one